Greetings, warriors. For most of your life, you have been leaking your strength without even knowing where the wound was. Every time you replied to someone who didn't deserve your words, you gave them a piece of your power. Every time you explained yourself to people who had already decided to misunderstand you, you handed them the keys to your emotions. This is the truth weak men never understand, and strong men never forget. Your attention is not free. It is your most valuable currency. And yet you've been spending it on people who wouldn't cross the street to save you. Centuries ago, powerful thinkers understood something simple. The one who chases falls. The one who controls himself rises. Today you learn the cold strength of selective silence. Because when you master this, no one controls you. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is a message. When you answer every insult, you look insecure. When you respond to every criticism, you look reactive. But when you sit still, when you let others shout into the air, people feel something different. They feel uncertainty. And uncertainty creates power. Most men live like barking dogs, reacting to every noise, every comment, every opinion. They exhaust themselves trying to win battles that never mattered. But real strength does not scream. Real strength does not explain itself. Real strength simply exists. And the world adjusts around it. Now understand what happens psychologically when you ignore someone who expects your reaction. The human brain cannot tolerate being dismissed. Social rejection activates the same pain centers as physical injury. When you refuse to engage, you create a vacuum. And the mind hates a vacuum. They replay conversations. They question themselves. They draft messages they never send. They wonder what they did wrong. And all you did was nothing. This is not cruelty. It is understanding psychology. Weak men beg for attention. Strong men weaponize its absence. But there is a difference between disappearing out of fear and creating strategic distance. Strategic distance means you are present, but emotionally unavailable to nonsense. You do not jump into every argument. You do not respond to every provocation. You do not defend yourself against every accusation. You conserve energy like a weapon drawn only when victory is guaranteed. Scarcity creates value. When you are always available, you become ordinary. When you are selectively unavailable, you become rare. And rare things are respected. Some calls can wait. Some messages deserve silence. Some people deserve nothing. Not anger. Not explanation. Not closure. Nothing. Because every reaction you give to an unworthy person is energy stolen from your mission. And your time is limited. Your energy is limited. Your life is limited. Powerful men do not fight every battle. They choose their wars carefully and let small conflicts die alone. But this discipline is difficult. Someone insults you. Your body heats up. Your ego demands revenge. Respond. Defend yourself. Prove them wrong. That is where most men lose. Emotional control is not suppression. It is elevation. Feel the anger rise. Observe it. Do nothing. Let it pass. The man who cannot control his reaction is a puppet. Anyone can pull his strings. But the man who has mastered indifference, he becomes untouchable. Insult him, he studies you. Betray him, he removes you silently. Provoke him, he watches without blinking. He does not need to win arguments. He wins outcomes. Every social interaction is a chessboard. Most people don't even realize they're playing. They move emotionally. They react instantly. They reveal weakness. The master understands something deeper. Sometimes the strongest move is no move. In relationships, the one who cares less often holds power. In business, the calm negotiator wins. In life, the man who does not beg for approval becomes the center. And here lies the biggest trap: caring too much. Most men wake up wondering, do they like me? What did they think of me? Did I say something wrong? This is not awareness. This is dependency. When you care too much about opinions, you hand your emotional state to strangers. One compliment lifts you. One insult destroys you. That is not strength. That is slavery disguised as politeness. True freedom begins when you stop seeking approval. You cannot be controlled if you do not crave validation. You cannot be manipulated if praise does not buy you and criticism does not scare you. You move by internal compass, not public applause. This transformation does not happen overnight. It is built through repetition. Every time you choose silence over reaction, you add armor. Every time you walk away from drama, you rise one level higher. Every time you deny someone access to your emotions, you reinforce your throne. You are not becoming cold. You are becoming selective. Your warmth is reserved for those who earn it. Your words are saved for moments that matter. Your energy is protected for your mission. That is power. And if something inside you is waking up right now, type in the comments, I choose control. Let the world know you choose ownership over emotion. And if this message resonates with you, share this video with someone who still reacts to everything. Help them break the chains. Subscribe to this channel for more lessons on psychology, discipline, and mental dominance. Turn on notifications because the next level of control requires consistency. Now listen carefully. From this moment forward, you do not react, you respond. You do not chase, you attract. You do not explain, you demonstrate. You do not beg, you build. Your silence becomes your statement. Your focus becomes your weapon. Your restraint becomes your advantage. The world will test you. They will provoke you. They will try to pull you back into their noise. But you will not move. Not out of pride. Not out of anger. Out of control. This is the psychology of untouchable power. This is the discipline that separates rulers from the ruled. Your reign begins the moment you stop giving yourself away. Now walk differently. Speak less. Observe more. And remember, the strongest man in the room is often the quietest one.